The name is in the email chain. Hey, what is up, society? It is your favorite wannabe influencer and sovereign Koi, and welcome back to another video. If you guys read that title, you already freaking know that we are back with the Reddit stories. I have some little funny titles this time, guys, because I thought that these were kind of cute. We always doing like serious topics, so I just thought we'd do something a little bit more lighthearted. So if you guys want to see me read the stories, then keep on watching. All right, guys, let's get into the video. Glasses are on. First story. Am I the a-hole for getting married 3 weeks before my cousin? I, 32 female, and my cousin, 33 female, have been very close our entire lives. We both got engaged around the same time-ish and both got married in 2021. Her husband proposed December 2019 and mine proposed November 2020. She set her date before me and decided on the beginning of October in California. I decided to get married in Arizona, on a lake where the temperatures get extremely hot during the summer. I'm talking 110 to 120 degrees hot. Due to this, I was pretty limited on dates where the weather was permitted. They actually do not do weddings at my venue during June/August because of the heat. Oh. Since she was getting married in October, obviously that month was obviously off limits. So my options were either September or November. Since my wedding was a destination, I wanted the weather to still be warm enough where my guests could go on a lake. Therefore, September was my only option. They had one date available on Saturday in the middle of the month, so I took it. We ended up getting married 3 weeks apart. It's been a few years and I thought everything was fine. Well, my cousin has recently told me that she was upset by the fact that I chose to get married before her and within such close proximity. Should I have chosen a different venue, waiting until the following year, or chosen a different date? I didn't choose the date on purpose to try to beat her at the altar. I just wanted to get married while it was still good enough weather so that my guests could enjoy the lake. So, am I the a-hole? Fran, you were getting married in Arizona. Arizona's always hot, if I'm not mistaken. Honey. I mean, unless y'all are already from the warm climates, because I'm a Wisconsinite. So maybe if y'all are already from the warm climates, then I can see why you would want to choose somewhere that's warmer. Because I know, like, when you're living in the warmer areas, you get colder a lot faster because your blood is thinner or something like that. But if you guys don't live in those super hot states like California, like Arizona, which it doesn't sound like neither one of you live there, Arizona's always hot. Isn't that like a desert state, like Nevada or something like that? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know my states anymore. But I think Arizona and Nevada are two separate states. But like, aren't they both like desert hot? You know, like I don't know why you felt the need to get married in September, Fran. That's the month right after the hot months, and that's usually when Indian summer is going on, like October-ish, like September-ish, October. So you trying to tell me that y'all both chose hot states and you couldn't go to one of those states or go to Arizona in December or even January when it would have been like 70? I'm just saying, because like if it gets to 110, 120 in the summer, I'm guessing the lowest that it gets in Arizona when it's cold is like 70. It might be a little different with global warming, but yeah, friend, I would say that you are a little bit, because it feels like, first of all, a wedding that close together, guests prepare for this type of stuff. They buy nice dresses, they set aside money. It's a destination wedding for maybe both of you guys. So maybe people took flights, maybe people took drives, maybe people couldn't come to her wedding because they went to yours. Did you ever think about that? Like, having a wedding that's that close in proximity, you know, sometimes even if you're just a guest, you're still spending money to attend this wedding, you know? So you could have chosen a different month. I just feel like you were just kind of getting caught up in the wedding jitters along with her. And so you just thought, okay, I have to pick a date soon. But you really didn't have to, friend. You could have waited. Your man would have still been there to marry you. What you thought he was going to do? Decided he want to marry you in 6 months? 3 months, 2 months, you know? So you could have definitely waited, because she probably had to take a few hits in her wedding, like loss of guests, because yours was a little bit too close. You know, even a month out is still not enough time for people to recuperate. People usually need about a good 2 to 3 months to recuperate from a wedding. You could have waited. But I don't think that you did it intentionally, because you did apologize to your cousin because you didn't know that you hurt her feelings. But, you know, sometimes just think about that a little bit more. Be a little bit more considerate. You were an a-hole for trying to just rush without actually stepping aside and thinking about, you know, the consequences of your actions. But I don't think that you're an a-hole in general, because you weren't trying to hurt her. You weren't trying to beat her to the altar, like you said. So, yeah, just be more considerate and more aware of your surroundings. Cool. Next story. Am I the a-hole for expecting my coworker to spell my name correctly? I work on a 5-person team. 4 of my coworkers are great, but one, we'll call him Larry, is a bit of a mental midget. What does that mean? We've worked together for about 2 years, and he can't ever spell my name correctly. I have told him over and over again how to spell it, but it never sticks. Well, on Friday, Larry sent an email to about 15 people and addressed me in it with my name spelled incorrectly, of course. I could hold back no longer. I made sure to hit reply all and told Larry that none of the messages would be answered if he refused to spell my name correctly. I will simply assume that he was referring to someone else and go about my day as though he never emailed me at all. I hit send and felt immediately better, but about 20 minutes later, Larry came to my desk and looked angry. He asked if he could speak with me privately in a vacant office. I agreed and he closed the door. Almost immediately, he demanded an apology and said that what I had written was completely uncalled for and said that I had made him look stupid. Several managers were on that email chain, but I made sure to tell Larry that it was ultimately his decision to keep spelling my name wrong. Hey, period. I also reminded him that nobody had forced him to misspell my name, and therefore he needed no help from me or anyone else to look stupid. Ooh, it's getting spicy. He told me that spelling was a struggle for him growing up, but I reminded him that he's now grown up and that he should simply try to evolve. Oh my gosh. Larry angrily exited the room and stormed back to his desk. He didn't say another word to me, but when I passed his desk to get coffee, he angrily stared at me the whole time. He's the only person in the office with this problem, yet somehow he thinks he deserves an apology from me. After working with him for 2 years, I honestly can't stand the guy, but I've been worried all weekend if he's going to report me to my boss or if my boss will agree with him that my email response was unprofessional. I just want Larry to stop making excuses, but he seems determined to continue believing he's a middle schooler. I don't know what to do. Am I the a-hole? Honestly, friend, I agree with your frustration. I am 100% behind you with you being frustrated. Bro, it's been 2 years. And I would get him like incorrectly spelling your name if he was like writing a written letter or something and wasn't looking at it. Or if like somebody asked him how to spell your name. But bro, how do you misspell her name in an email chain? When you do an email chain, especially if you use it like Microsoft, if you use email chain, not only does the person email show up in that chain, and most people's names are in their emails. So not only does that person's name pop up in that email chain, but you can click on their profile and it will show you their full first and last name. So how don't you know how to spell this girl's name right? And it's been 2 years. Like, unless her name is like Baram Sharam Karasu or something like that, like something long and crazy. Like, unless her name is something astronomical, I don't understand how you can keep messing that up. And even if it was email chain, you sent it in the email, her name was there. It's been 2 years. And you said that you literally had problems with spelling growing up. But I mean, I kind of agree with my sis here, like, or my, whatever they are. Like, I kind of agree. Like, you gotta evolve, friend. You gotta find ways. You gotta do problem solving. Like, even if you have some type of mental disability or anything like that, the name is in the email chain. So no, I don't think that you're the a-hole, OP. I think that you are an a-hole though for responding to that reply all email. You shouldn't have did that. You definitely shouldn't have did that. Because not only does it make him look stupid, but it also makes you look unprofessional. So yes, your bosses, especially since there was managers in that chain, you responding like that through an email chain, it does make you look unprofessional. It does. What you could have said was, hey, Larry, it's actually spelled this way. Thank you so much for your email. Appreciate you, whatever the context of the email was. That way, you're still addressing the problem without actually calling yourself kind of embarrassing him. So yeah, moving on. This one, y'all, is one that like, I don't know why I wanted to read this, but this is just I'm so passionate about this topic. Am I the a-hole for honestly not seeing someone waiting for the parking spot? How you didn't see somebody waiting from that parking spot, friend? I digress. So today at a very busy parking lot, I saw a car pulling out of a spot just as my car entered the plaza. Another car had its hazard lights on, parking by the curb. I literally thought that they were waiting to pick someone up, since there are a lot of stores by the curb. I immediately took the spot, and I honestly didn't know they were waiting for the spot. Just as I parked, they honked at me, blocked the way behind my car completely. As I got out, they immediately started to curse me in this horrible language. I'm a 25-year-old female. He was a middle-aged man that could be my dad. And he kept saying things like, F me, F my mom, I'm rude, I have no manners, with that manner himself, and showed me the finger. Oh my gosh. I knew I was wrong, but I couldn't apologize at the moment because he was extremely rude and I didn't want to respect him back. He was also threatening to do something to my car if I dare walk away from it. I got back into my car trying to leave the space. He wouldn't move his car, which was completely blocking my way. He wouldn't let me go. I told him, how am I supposed to get out the spot and give it to him if he blocks my way out? He was like, I'm not going to move so you can try to leave. I used my space on my side and backed out a few times. Finally, I left. I made an honest mistake, but did I deserve all the insults and threatening? Am I the a-hole? No, friend. This is one of them situations where it's just like, it can happen to anybody kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I always say, I find it funny when men say that they're not emotional. Because, sir, look how upset you got over a parking spot. Like, you got so upset, cursing her mama, cursing her, flipping her off, calling her rude. You're doing all that, friend, over a parking spot. All you have to do is this little put. Okay, and I'm not gonna tell people what to do. Okay, I'm not gonna tell people what to do, but I would never put my hazards on. Okay, if I'm gonna get looking for a parking spot, I'm gonna put that blinker on. Because really, hazards is really for like a stalled wait, which granted you were waiting for a parking spot, but when somebody's pulling out, you turn that blinker on, baby. You turn that blinker on so people know that you're turning in. You know what I'm saying? And you were parking by the curb too, so it's just one of the things that can be a misunderstanding. However, what you could have did is just honk your horn and be like, hey. Or what I do, baby, I don't waste no time. When I say no time, I literally, when somebody is pulling out and it's crazy, I literally skirt forward. As soon as they're moving, I'm moving. So that person knows that I'm taking this spot, baby. Okay? Hello? But like, no, friend, you honestly made a mistake. You didn't mean to. And then you moved so he can have the spot. He didn't have to do all that now. Like, I understand it's frustrating, especially when you've been patiently waiting and then somebody comes in and they look like a jackass trying to take your spot, you know? So I can understand him being frustrated with you, but he didn't have to say all that, okay? This type of stuff kind of happens sometimes. That's why I wish that we could have like I don't want to say intercom thing or like a message thing, because I feel like it might cause more problems than it would actually solve. But like, it would kind of be cool to me that if we could communicate through our cars. Like if you had like a little, I don't know, like a little echo or something inside your car that'd be like Toyota Camry, would you like to connect? Like something like that kind of lets us know, hey, yeah, connect. Hey, just let you know your blinker's still on, or hey, just let you know your tail light is out, or hey, I'm taking that parking spot, you know, so we can communicate through vehicles, because it's really hard for you to kind of know what people's intentions are most of the time, unless they got their blinker on or something. And even then, sometimes you don't know what people are trying to do. And so, you know, having that communication system would be kind of awesome. And I would love if they put that into cars, but y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't think that you were the a-hole OP once again. That guy didn't have to do all that to you. Good for you for correcting the mistake and not going back and forth with him because you knew you were wrong. But yeah, just be more aware of your surroundings. Maybe sit and wait next time rather than taking somebody's spot. Just kind of sit and wait and see what that other car does if you see them there. Especially if they have their hazards on or anything like that. But to this man, I'm not saying that he'll ever see this video, but if you do, sir, turn your blinker on. And when that person is pulling out, you start pulling in immediately, so somebody knows what your intentions are, you know? So yeah, that's what you do. But yeah. All right, society, that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. These stories were kind of short and sweet and kind of fun and lighthearted. Let me know what you guys think down below, your opinions. I love you guys so much. Make sure to like and share. And if you're new, hi, come and subscribe. I am Koi, and I would love for you to join my lovely society. For all my beautiful society members, please make sure to hit that bell notification so you're notified when I post, because YouTube is not pushing your girl, okay? And I want them to push it. Love you guys. Bye.